There it is.
All right. So we're
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Awesome. Okay, so we should be good. All right,
Yes,
so we are both live on YouTube and live on Facebook, except Facebook is looking at my screen and I'm like, I haven't gotten back to our screen yet. So, all right, here we are.
There we are.
There we go. All right, good. So this is our Talk Thursdays, and we are really trying to stick to our 15-minute time window today. So normally it doesn't always happen, but today we are. So let's get right into the topic. So today we're talking about COVID vaccinations, right? Because yes. I mean, it's a thing. Everybody's doing it.
Everybody who's anybody is doing it. That's right.
So that's happening, and also what that means, like the implications of that into our future. You know, how we're feeling about that. You know, so let's talk about it. Well, I guess the number one is, did we get vaccinated? A question on everybody's mind, probably. Did we get vaccinated? So
I got vaccinated. I know you got vaccinated.
Oh yeah. Oh, my story's coming.
I did. I got vaccinated and I was super excited when I got my vaccination because my husband made my appointment and he made the appointment. Now, remember, this is going back. It's been over a month and I had to wait almost a month for my appointment. So 2 months ago, he signed me up for the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. And I was really excited because it was going to be one and done.
Right.
So I went and I got my vaccine. And the only thing that happened to me, and I say this in case anybody else has had it, I had no problem except for I had this horrible brain fog. And, you know, like a lot of people would say, you get that all the time anyway. My kids would say, you're always like that. No, I mean, it was literally, I couldn't form sentences. I was forgetting my thoughts. I couldn't finish sentences. It was bad. And it was that lasted about 12 hours, 14 hours, and then it was gone. So that's the only side effect I have. Of course, now we all know that they're not doing that vaccination right now. They've kind of held back on it.
Yeah.
Because of blood clots. But, you know, I still say, they said it was like 6 people out of 7 million that were vaccinated. I mean, I would like my odds.
The odds are low for that to happen, but it doesn't mean that it's impossible, you know, and that's the thing.
True.
Nervous. Yeah, I also got Johnson & Johnson. They were doing it at they made a vaccination clinic at ESPN. So I went over there to go get mine. And on that particular day, they were doing Johnson & Johnson. They have different ones that they were doing, right? So it just depended upon the day that you went. So the day that I went, it was Johnson & Johnson. And I went, me and my girlfriend went, you know this story, but it's for the audience. This is so everybody can know. You know, we went to the clinic, we got our vaccination. So I was already like tired before that, right? Just, I think exhaustion, just pure exhaustion, probably from my day to day and then So I was already tired, but like I was like overcome with this fatigue and I was like, oh no, I gotta go sleep. Like, you know, this is like the middle of the day and I'm like, I gotta take a nap or something.
Yeah.
But I was tired, but I couldn't actually get to bed, you know, and I couldn't actually get to bed. And that happened. And then after that, the next day I just kind of felt groggy in the morning, but Linnea had came down with the fever by that point. My girlfriend had came down with the fever at that point. And so the next day I like went on about my business in the day. I was like going to get my steps in. So I like walked to the store and like I walked to my early meetings and all that. And I came back. By the time I came back, I was starting to feel like I was developing cold, you know, and then later I ended up, you know, with the chills and the fever and, you know, with just like all the things that they say can happen was like that. Yeah. Then it was my arm was hurting and it's not like they say injection site soreness or but like it was like it hurt. Like I couldn't move my arm all the way
say
up.
You can't lift up like this.
Yeah, I couldn't lift up. Yeah, you too?
I was sore, but I didn't have it like that. And
Oh
she,
yeah,
I
mine
mean,
was.
she went into that muscle because she made me lift so she could see where the separation was. And then she put her finger there and now, so, I mean,
Oh
she got
no,
it.
mine didn't do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Mine didn't do that. She was just like, "All right, sit here and bang." She said, "Relax your muscle." But I'm like, "How am I still gonna relax? Like you're sticking a needle into my muscle, lady." you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, but so anyway, so now I'm good. I did 2 Muay Thai classes yesterday. I taught my cardio kickboxing class. I did,
Oof.
I had training clients. So I mean, I feel good today. I feel like a brand new person, and and looking forward to experiencing not getting COVID or not getting severe COVID, and also being able to like reclaim a social life a little bit.
Yeah. And that's, for me, it's been over a month now. So that's the other thing with the blood clots. They're saying if you're beyond 2 to 3 weeks, you're not supposed to worry about that stuff. It's been over a month for me.
Yeah.
It's weird. I feel so free. I know
Mhm.
that sounds like a stupid word because I'm not going to do anything stupid, but I feel like a lot of pressure has been lifted off me because I don't feel like I am going to necessarily have it, not know it, and give it to somebody, even though I know that you still can
No,
carry it.
absolutely can have it and not know when to give it to somebody still, and
But
that's the thing part of what people don't understand also.
but I think that the fact is now the more people get vaccinated, the less of a chance that that's going to be. And I think I'm feeling some of that. I'm
Yeah,
feeling a
but
little
it's not
relief.
everybody that's getting it. I mean, it might seem like that to us. Like there are a lot of people that we know that are getting it, but there's also a lot of people that are not getting it, who don't trust it. And especially the more that media coverage is about these adverse reactions to it, to different ones, right? Where they're just like, no, I'm not doing it. I don't trust it. And why should they, right? Why should they? I don't trust, and I'm not, trying to say that people should hold my viewpoints, but like, I don't trust the government 1,000%. Absolutely not. Not even significantly do I trust. But what I do have faith in is God.
Yes.
Okay. And just the way the universe works, I do know that the world, right, has been doing what they can do. I do know that I have more faith in in this presidency and what they're trying to do. I'm just like, so there are things that make me feel a little bit better about it. But I mean, do you just blindly trust something? No, you don't. That'll be dumb. You don't. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. So you have to know that you're taking a risk with everything that you're doing. Have faith in the process, have faith in the system if you're going to make that. It's a mitigated risk. You have to understand that they've gone through all sorts of testing and everything to try to make this as safe as possible for us. That's what I choose to believe, as opposed to believing, okay, population control and all these other
Yeah.
theories that are around. It's like, what I mean, that could be with anything. So rather than live my life in fear and think of, here's a possible scenario, there's a possible scenario, one of them is horrific, I'm going to go with let me take my chances on this is where I felt in my gut, the decision I felt like I should make. I made it, and now we knock on wood and pray that
That,
you
and
knock on wood and pray.
and even if, like, people are saying, you hear, well, in 6 months you might have to get a booster. So what? So
Uh,
what?
I don't know. I don't know if I feel like that. Like, so what? I feel like I went through a lot with this first shot. But I mean,
Well, I'll tell you what.
you, Sharon, you did not go through all of this, but
I
it was like being sick. So you got to think every 6 months you got to be sick. That's how I'm looking at it.
I wonder though, you know what? I'd be honest with you. I
Mhm.
mean, this is just, again, it's not across the board. But what I've been seeing is it seems to be the younger people that are getting really sick,
Yeah.
more sick than the older people. I mean,
Mhm.
I have heard of some older people that have gotten sick too, but I mean, comparatively,
Yeah.
the younger group is getting sicker than the older group is.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Well, they say it, I mean, they relate it all to the immune system response, and that, you know, we have some natural decline of immune response as we get older, is what they're saying, right? But I mean, I don't know, I'm sure there's other factors into that, but on the whole, you know, the stronger the response you get is supposed to correlate with
Your immune
your
system.
immune system, right?
Okay.
But you know, but I mean, you know, they're trying to figure everything out all the time about, you know, why things work in one demographic and not another, in the way that they do. But you know, I am, because I'm going to New Orleans next week. I'm going back home next week, you know, for my cousin's having a wedding. So I'm looking forward to that. And but I'm still like, I'm gonna be very extra careful about what I
Yeah.
do, how I see people, all of that. You know, I like the idea of being able to see family, you know, and friends, and, you know, and to be, I mean, you've been doing that the whole time, but my family, they don't live here. So I have to fly, you know, to go and see them to another state, or,
Yeah.
you know, so I'm looking forward to that, because it's just been, you know, it's just been a tough year for everybody.
And honestly, even like you said, I just started seeing my mom again. But again, it's different. So I'm seeing her in the convalescent home. But guess what? I have to be 6 feet away from her. I can't be near her, which is really weird too, because they let her come out for Easter. This makes no sense to me. Some of the stuff that's happening around this pandemic makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
They allowed her to leave and come to my niece's house, and we all had Easter together.
Mm-hmm.
Then we brought her back. Now I can go visit her. They only allow like 2 visits a week for a half hour. I can go visit her, but I have to be 6 feet away from her, and I can't go near her. So
It's
she
like,
was
but
able
you
to,
were just in the house together for
and in
Easter.
the car, they let us pick her up in the car. You're not
Crazy.
6 feet away. And now all of a sudden, so I mean, some of this stuff doesn't make sense, but
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What are you looking forward to with you know, when all this is over? And what are you not looking forward to? And also, what kind of time do we have to get into this topic?
we've got about 3 minutes.
All right, so rapid fire. What are you
Rapid
looking
fire.
for? What are you looking forward to? What are you not looking forward to, with with reopening?
What am I looking forward to with reopening? I'm just kind of looking for things to get semi back to normal. It'll be nice to be able to be with people and not worry every second, and
Mhm.
not feel like, oh my God, maybe I'm going to give you something. Oh my God, maybe you're going to give me something. Oh my, so
Yeah.
just that freedom to be able to be more myself, because I feel like I've lost a lot of myself over this pandemic. So it'll be nice to be back to being me. So I'm most looking forward to that. What I'm least looking forward to is the fact that once things get back to normal, they're going to get back to normal. And my life has changed a lot. And so I'm going to have to get used to my life the way it was before. I mean, it's busy now, but it's going to be even busier. And there's going to be a lot more for me to do. So I'm not looking forward to that, because I've had it a little bit more relaxed over the past year. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah. I think the idea of what's normal, is important, you know, for everybody to define, right? Because for one, the old normal for me sucked.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not looking forward to that normal at all. Now, a new normal, yeah, I can, you know, but that you have to define for yourself, you know. So routines that you were able to develop over the course of the pandemic, and, you know, and and especially quarantine, right? Like, what were you able to do for yourself? Everybody had all this time on their hands. You saw people were getting more hobbies, they were getting into things that they hadn't gotten into in a while. You know, even if it was, you know, socially distanced, or at home, you know, on the computer, writing, reading, all that stuff. Like, people found things to do, and they discovered new things. And as we started to reopen, you know, folks found ways to get to the things that they enjoyed. You know, not everybody, but a certain group of people found their way to that, right, to their passions. And
Yeah.
so And so I would hope that the new normal for me involves me, one, still prioritizing my self-care, because I spent a lot of time in the past year prioritizing self-care. And I think a lot of us focused on that, right? Just what are we doing for ourselves to make sure that we're good? And personal development, still prioritizing those things, prioritizing my financial security, prioritizing paying debts, just prioritizing my now in preparation for my future. That's really what I want to do. And I don't want to allow anybody else to dictate that for me.
Right. Yeah.
So I don't want anybody else to dictate the pace of my life moving forward. And I'm doing all that I can to set myself up for that kind of lifestyle in the future. It takes a lot of work on the front end, but right. So whether or not you're you relate to what Sharon said, in that, oh my God, the old normal was crazy. When we get back to that normal, I don't know how I'm gonna deal, and some of us are already there. Some of us are already back to, the old normal. I don't like it, I don't like it at all. That we're not going to get into that. We don't have time to get into why I don't like the old normal. But this new normal, there's promise there. There's something to potentially look forward to, if we can open up our minds and see that for ourselves, and really want it and demand it.
True story.
True
story.
All right. So I'm sure we're out of time now.
Huh?
I said, I'm sure we're out of time now.
Yeah, we are. That was a great way to end it. I like the way you said that.
Thank you.
That was very positive ending.
Yeah, you have to be positive, because there's so much negative that goes around. If we stayed in that place and thought about that all the time, it's like we're never going to be able to enjoy life. We only have, this one life. I mean, well, depending upon what you believe, but I say, at least in this life, even if you believe we have multiple lives, in this life, let's make the most out of it.
That's right. Right. Agreed.
Yeah, make the most out of it.
100%.
All right. Well, this has been a great talk Thursday. You guys noticed we switched it to the morning, so we'll be here in the mornings now from this point forward, 9:00. And we're also live in our group, our Fit New Lifers group. We're live there. We got somebody watching in on there, so that's cool. We'll be here every Thursday, 9 a.m. talking about the real talking about stuff, new topic every week. All right.
That's right.
So, yep. Coach Brandy, Nick, Coach Sharon here, Fit